Okay, so we're sketching the concept of a growth plate fracture in the anabrachium and how that might lead to short radius syndrome. So to start with, let's get our orientations going that we always do. So think about cranial. This is the dog head, is going to be screen left. Caudal or the tail will be screen right. And we'll start off with, and we'll draw kind of a nice humerus, distal humerus here, very crudely. We'll add our ulna, so we'll kind of process, kind of come up, just kind of come down, and we'll simply put that in there. And we'll add a secondary center of ossification down here distally, another growth plate up here proximally, and then we'll add the radius. We'll put the radius cranial to the ulna, bring it down, and we'll put a secondary center of ossification. So our concept is that a growth plate fracture, and this one we can do in both. Growth plate fracture, these occur at the growth plates. The growth plates are the softest part of an immature bone and susceptible to trauma. Now, aren't all the same. Growth plate fractures aren't all the same. Sometimes they can damage the growth plate, sometimes they don't damage the growth plate. So with our shortened radius syndrome, let's consider that this is permanently damaged for the radius, and this for the ulna is okay and can recover from the fracture. So let's consider what happens with time. Okay, and we'll go back in, we'll redraw our image, and we'll put in our humerus, and we'll put in our ulna, and when we get down distally, we're going to put a little bend in it. So the ulna is continuing to grow. The fracture did not affect the growth plate, but it did in the distal radius. So we're going to come in, let's finish off our secondary center of ossification here in the ulna. It's still growing. And then with the radius, we're going to draw that in as well, but it is not growing, so it is shortened. So we're going to put it down here and kind of bring it down. Again, very theoretical. Again, that growth plate is not growing distally. So the distal growth plate of the radius is not working. It's not, that's where the predominant distal longitudinal growth of the radius is, but the ulna is still growing. And what results from this is a significant poor fit, a space, if you will, or an incongruency of the elbow joint. And you get this bowing of the ulna because it continues to grow where the radius doesn't. And so it's critical that you get a nice fit in this elbow joint to prevent wear and tear, which can develop other things such as fragmented coronary process or osteoarthritis, things like that. But this is the general concept of how a growth plate fracture and how it can lead to short radius syndrome.